Hello there and welcome back. Today we talk about something I worked on for the past month here in Italy. And it's my new live setup. So, definitely my goal for the upcoming months is coming up with a new way to practice my art live. The more I go on, the more I understand how it is important for you to have a setup and a show you can bring the moment somebody call you. And so far I always use the Vermona plus Octatrack, which is very my comfort zone. But I realized that the only problem is that I get the same sound over and over. So the goal was, let's find another way to perform that allows me to have a very complexity in sound, but everything under my hands control. And I love to use pedals. I love to use the Oxi. I kinda love to use the Modular, which I'm still not super comfortable with, but I create a system that is a joy to use, it's simple, and allows me to have a lot of dough. So today I want to show you how I am preparing for a couple of shows that are coming soon, and I should say, like all of us influencers say, something special is coming. Something special. But it's not special, it's just music. That said, let's first share some way you can support my page. And you can subscribe, you can become a Patreon, where I go more in depth, and I also reply to all of your questions and be always in touch with you. You can buy from the affiliate link down below, doesn't cost anything to you, but gives me a tiny percentage, and really, it's super important for me to keep doing this, whatever I'm doing. That said, it's hot here in Italy. It's my last few days, then I go back to Berlin. This is my retreat studio where I will come three times a year to just compose or just practice something like in detail. I only brought these things, so I got very proficient, or I think at least I got very proficient with this system. So let's go into the nitty-gritty detail, and I will tell you what will be my performance for the future to be, I guess. I would like to add a sample player, which probably will be used instead of the beats, because this, I cannot understand the beats. I don't know. It's something that doesn't work for me. I love everything else that it's here except the beats. It's beautiful if you know how to use it. I don't, so don't get my word too. My word is not that important. So if you like it, you want it, buy it. That's it. The system is all coming into the TX6. The TX6 is a very great interface, because what I'm doing now, I have just two output, the modular and the pedalboard. But the pedalboard get his input from the aux out of the TX6. So I go from out of the system into channel 1, then through aux I send it to the mood. Microcosm Nightsky rooms, I will implement this. The only problem, this is a mono in, so we'll see what I can do. And then it come back into its own channel 6. I needed this because for transition I want to have separate. I could also send everything back because I have the cockpit here and the AA1, so I could have keep everything in the Eurorack and just send out the stereo out from here, but with the mixer is way better. Plus I have some effects, the way to EQ, so it's a small amazing thing. Plus I'm going out via USB into my computer here, and I am recording the track separately. In a recent firmware update, now this guy do 12 in, 12 out interface. amazing, and quality is, it's really a dream come true for live performance. You know my pedalboard already, so I'm not gonna go through that, except I let you listen about something. The system here is the same as well. Metropolix, Atlantis are the main guy. Then I have the rings that do the percussion. I have Just Friend, which is sequenced by Ansible, and the Oxi in a grid function. If you didn't know, the Oxi, if you turn it on pressing shift, it becomes a grid, so it will work with monomy stuff. Amazing. I also have the grid, but this, it's so convenient. I'm actually also using the beats in a weird modality. If you don't plug anything into it for 30 seconds, I think it will start doing weird noises. And oh, of course, let me show you. And as much as I don't like using the beats as a granular effect, I love this sound. It's great for starting a performance, and this is how I will actually start the performance. I can use the attenuverter to create random modulation, and I love this. So I'm using the Quadrat as a audio mixer. I have the beats in channel 4. I have the Just Friend in channel 3. I have the ring in channel B, 2, whatever. And then in channel A, I have my Atlantis. Everything come into the left-in mono of the Magneto. Magneto go out stereo into the DataBender, which is my favorite end of chain mangler. And then we go into the out. TX6, pedalboard. What's new is the use of planar, which is so much fun. With the planar, I automate now the mix of the DataBender and the spring reverb of the Magneto here. With the x-axis, it's the spring. With the y-axis, it's the DataBender. The cool thing is like I can record a movement and then play it out. So it will create these weird evolving things. Then of course I can change the stuff from the DataBender, but I'll show you later. Everything is clocked from the Pamela Pro workout, amazing module, I love it. And it clocked the Metropolix, the Ansible, Magneto and DataBender, plus the Metropolix with the GX. I have some interesting clock division that I can use wherever I want. Last module, there's a Batumi that do some LFO. That's it. The Magneto become an instrumental part of this setup. Not only because it sounds gorgeous, but the fact that you can control the 4 heads separately allow you to create different rhythm and texture. Like this. And one thing that I like to use with this is automate the shift. And so now you have a pitch shifting, and with this one reset the buffer so it's still on time. Everything together can become pretty intense. So what you hear now is just the sound of every voice happening. I can add some reverb on the TX6 and glue everything together. I can add, I love this effect, the tremolo. But at the same time, I can record everything that's happened here. So let's try. First, let's clear the buffer of the mood, which is very important. So we can start from a clean slate. The mood is always listening. If this is deactivated, now it's listening. So it has a buffer of around 30 seconds. If there's silence for 30 seconds, nothing will happen. I love with the IntelliGel planner, now I automated the DataBender, and this is the noise, the crackling vinyl noise that I really love because it gives a nice texture. So now I think it's the time we can... Let's record something. If you also hold press, once you start, it will overwrite. So now something has recorded. I have the room at the end with the dry and effects, so I can control the volume, and here it is. And now you listen how I can, with just that recording, that it's actually sounding like this. I can create a beautiful pad. I did some interval in the night sky. The only one problem, it's always be careful with volume because rooms distort so much. I wish it had a more controllable way to be with line level rather than guitar level. But whatever. So, with this I can create reverberation, pads, soundscape. And I have it on its own level here, so. Once you are at this space, in this space, sky's the limit. I can play with the pitch of the Metropolix and create evolving melodies. I can change the notes here in the Just Friend. And improvise. Now I don't want to change too much because tomorrow I have to record a performance. So I'll keep it like this. But let me just show how I would proceed for doing a performance. Because it's always cool to talk. Oh no, I hit my thing, of course. I'm still. There it is. And so. I always talk about gear, but let's talk about creativity, like how we go from this to a performance. My idea is playing 20 minutes, and from now on I want to have shows that last no more than 40 minutes. 45, it's the sweet spot for me. So the idea is to start with noise. Here I can decide to record in the mood, which is kind of fun. So can do something like that and then play the mood. And there it is. Now I have a sort of soundscape. Take my time, set the mood, and then I want to come in with a just friend. I don't want the beats shifting. Then I can turn off that less abruptly. I will play with this a little and also play with the soundscape that is down. I love the Nightsky because it has the different interval. Why I did that? I can come in with the beats sometime. I can start play with this DataBender and the spring again, play for a while, and then maybe I want to clean. I forgot I have to do it from here. And I can come in with some rings. And then I have the time to make the Atlantis come in, which will be like the middle, more important part. And from now on, I can play and improvise. Come back with the pedalboard. And then build back to everything. And have this massive soundscape ambient going on, which sounds pretty dope to me. And then when I'm ready, I can play also with the Magneto, whatever. But when I'm ready, I want to finish with, again, the beats noise and my soundscape. And that's it. And that can take 20 minutes, half an hour, whatever. So I hope this was interesting. I will record tomorrow a performance, and that will be for my Patreon. I will explain what I'm gonna do. But yeah, I hope this was interesting. I feel that using a synth and a pedalboard, it's super fun. There's a lot of control. It seems a little overwhelming, but when you know what every single tool does, it's pretty simple. Alright, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week.